What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I let my viewers decide my teams in the Go Battle League. Whenever I do this challenge, I hope that they'll give me Pokemon that make sense. You know, Sableye, Furret, good Pokemon in the game. But no, basically every single time I do this, Pokemon like Leavanny, Shadow Shiftry, you know, these far-reaching Pokemon that make no sense to use are always the ones that are suggested. But with that said, it's always so much fun to try to find win conditions with teams that make absolutely zero sense. It's not exactly an easy thing to do, but it's a good showcase, I guess, of what some of the more spicy picks in a meta can do. Really quick though, before we get into the battles, I do want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you would consider doing so. It helps out the channel quite a bit, and I would very much appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the battles and see what kind of teams my viewers are going to make me run. Alright, got an opponent. Let's see if we can have any play here. It's kind of an interesting team. Honestly, this isn't terrible, because I do resist that Volt Switch damage, and with the Powder Snow and Weather Ball buffs that we've seen in recent seasons, this might not be that bad neutrally here for my Obamasnow. Weather Ball's gonna hurt. They probably no shield because they know the zero shield matchup is their best case scenario, which is exactly what ends up happening here. But I think I might as well keep my Obamasnow healthy if I can. Obamasnow could be a core breaker. I don't really know if it will be or not, but if it is, then I want to make sure I can keep it around just in case. And yeah, it does look like I can 2-shield farm this down if I want to here, which probably is a good idea. I wish I had a Pokemon to catch an X-Scissor in the backline, but both of my Pokemon in the back are neutral to Bug as well, so probably not much of a reason here to try to catch. But honestly, maybe I just let this go. Because at this point, I might get a decent farm down with Ampharos here. And Energy on Ampharos might be scary for our opponent, as long as there's no Ufisk in the backline. Okay, that's not a Ufisk. I think it's kind of an annoying Pokemon to see, but Volt Switch and Thunder Punch are not bad moves. And with this energy lead that I have here, I think I get to 2 attacks before they can charm us down. Plus the fact that, I mean, if they bring this in, maybe that's a sign that they're a little bit scared of electric types. That's a Swift. I'm going to shield this up just so I can get a couple more Volt Switches and a little bit more use out of my Ampharos. We'll see if this is a good play or not. Okay. This will be an interesting game. I have back-to-back Thunder Punch here. So I can probably get both shields with my Ampharos as we just did. And then hopefully, maybe my Belly Bolt can close out this backline. But the tricky part here is I need 2 Parabolic Charges this game, and they're going to get to 2 Swifts here. If they didn't nerf Parabolic Charge, I feel like I might be in a better spot to win this game. But the Parabolic Charge nerf might actually be kind of bad for us. They actually debuff our defense stat there, which I think is a misplay because Belly Bolt actually ends up winning CMP against this Pokemon. But that Wigglytuff might be able to reach a Swift here against our Belly Bolt too. It's going to be really close. It's going to be a CMP. Do I win CMP? I do! Okay. I don't know how we just won that game. I think they might have thrown a little bit by not just going double Swift against us and committing to fast move pressure. They must have not realized that Belly Bolt's honestly not that bulky in Great League. We're actually able to pick up a win. Next game, we're going to see our Wigglytuff lead into a Shadow Alolan Ninetales. Okay, honestly not bad to see this here, especially if it is on Powder Snow, which it looks like it is in fact. Because my Leavanny here doesn't really want to see this Pokemon. 7. I'll no-shield this. I can survive whatever they throw. Likely just a Weather Ball, yeah. Nice catch. That's a really nice play by them. With that said, I don't think they expected the Leavanny meta. Like, is that just like a crucial misplay by them? To not expect the Leavanny? I could have tried a CMP a Leaf Blade there. I didn't think it would knock out, though, so that's why I didn't throw it. And I know I can overfarm a lot of energy here. I'm basically at back-to-back right now. Well, I am at back-to-back. I'm almost at 3, actually, though, which is what I meant to say. So this could be very playable right now for us, depending on what they do. We knock them out here. They're 1 away from a Weather Ball on that Ninetales right now. They probably can Powder Snow us down if they want. We actually see the 3rd Pokemon come through, and it's a Licky Licky. Okay, well, it depends on how they play this out, but This is actually pretty good for us right now, because I can get a lot of chip damage here. And if they don't shield these moves, there's a chance I can just fast move through everything this game. Because Charm's still going to hurt quite a bit against that Ninetales. 3, okay, Body Slam's going to come through, I guess. But I should survive that. I don't know if I survive the next rollout, though. Oh, I do, for sure. Alright. I'm kind of worried that if I were to have shielded that move, there's a chance they can Powder Snow us down there. I don't want to fall to that lose condition. I'm on Tackle? Why am I on Tackle? That could be a lose con, too. The Tackle dub will tech. Maybe it's good for us. I don't know. We'll shield the Weather Ball. If they get to a second one, so be it. They do not. Okay, maybe that could be better, actually, because I get more fast move pressure against that Ninetales there. And I doubt I'm in double Body Slam range just yet. It'll be close, though. I did not expect to see Tackle when I brought that thing in. Yeah, but it does look like here I will survive the next Body Slam from the Licky Licky, so I should still be fine despite a little bit of a strange moveset. Alright, we'll just go for the Wild Charge here, guarantee the knockout. That was, that was a strange one. Wild Charge definitely picks up the KO, though, here, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does. And, I guess Leavanny must be pretty good. It must be the best Pokemon in this meta, because it just destroyed that Jellicent. Next opponent. We're gonna see Bewear into Sableye. Actually, that... I have, like, no charge attack pressure here, unless I'm on Payback? No, I'm not. Okay, wait, this is actually kind of good for me, though, no? This is so weird, because I have to debuff myself in this matchup. But maybe it's still fine. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. I wouldn't be surprised with a double normal team here. I'll throw on alignment just to guarantee that I can get my move off first, because I don't know for my opponent here this game is going to throw an alignment again. Okay, looks like we do get his shield there. Honestly, that's not terrible. I don't know what's going to be in the back right now. And this might be a weird play. But I think it's going to be double normal. So I'm going to come in Aegislash, actually. That way I might force him out here. And I can switch lock my Murkrow into the Shadow Sableye. Alright, we'll see what he wants to do. Probably just foul plays, because honestly, Murkrow would get one shot here, no matter what. Alright, big Drill Peck. Do we get a shield? Do we get a knockout? These are the questions that my opponent will have to answer. They do shield that, so they get a move off here. The annoying thing is, they have energy on that Licky Licky, right? So, likely they're gonna just try this game to whittle down my Murkrow into a range that Licky Licky can just go for a Body Slam and knock us out, which looks like this is about it, right? We'll see what we can do, though, because Aegislash could also put in some work right now. Okay, we see Dunsparce come in, of all things, so I could have stayed in there if I wanted with my Murkrow, and maybe that would have been a better play. But I should survive 2 drill runs here. But what I'm kind of worried about is, like... Ooh, interesting. What I was worried about is, what if my opponent ended up doing something different than they just did? I guess they could try to catch here. A catch would not be crazy by them. No, they don't. That was a CMP. Interesting. I mean, I'm in sword form, right? So I'm going to take a lot of damage here. Game? Nice. Okay. The game, when you play with Aegislash, is always so funky. But luckily I knew I just needed one peck to get this Drill Peck off, and we're able to swap out, go for the Drill Peck, and knock out the Licky Licky. Alright, nice. That's a fun one. And we got our next opponent. We're going to see our Shadow Golurk as our lead into a Charjabug. Unironically, one of the better Pokemon I could see here with this pick. I do wall their energy unless they're on Crunch. Okay, well, we have the counter user, so maybe this is good for us. I mean, this is looking all right. I don't really need Switch against a Charjabug with my team, so we'll see if they Trailblaze here, or maybe if they just go for a Brick Break. They do Trailblaze, okay. Alright, I'm going to go for the Body Slam before CMP, because I don't honestly remember my Vigoroth Furret matchup here so much. I think there's a chance Vigoroth can lose his CMP. I don't want to risk it. I know I can just get his shield back here with a Rock Slide anyway. Or, like, if they get a farm down, right, I can get his shield or a lot of damage with this move. The only issue is we know that this Pokemon's gonna have a lot of energy coming out of this. Man, that Rock Slide does quite a bit, though. Alright. Whoa, okay. That's a little scary, but maybe playable. Because these Mud Slaps are doing a lot. These Shadow Punches will get both shields as well. And as long as my Golem doesn't take too much Water Gun damage, I might be in a playable position here. I'll shield this up. Because, I mean, I do literally have to. They should be one away from back-to-back moves with the Charjabug, right? So I get a shield here or a knockout. If I get a knockout, that probably is just game over. If I get a shield, then things could get a little scary. Because Golem is going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't think that was really winnable for them at that point, but with them probably getting a shield from us and being so close to back-to-back moves with that Charjabug, it could have been a little bit scary, but yeah, I think that was just in the bag for us there anyway, so nice. Oh no, SS Thorn. We're running a meme team and we fight SS Thorn. At least we get a decent lead here. We'll see what he has in the backline though. Thorn well known for being a good battler. And he is staying in, which is kind of interesting. I'll go for a Night Slash because I might as well try to get some damage off against this Sableye a little bit earlier on in this game. Is that 8 right now? That's some good damage, actually. And I get a boost? That's kind of cool. I think I might as well start shielding then. A boosted Zangoose is a little bit scary. Unfortunately, I can't quite Shadow Claw down before he gets to a second Foul Play. So I will have to CMP here, but Zangoose has a massive attack stat, so there's not a lot of Pokemon in the game that you lose CMP against. And I can likely get his shield back here by shielding this up, and then going for the close combat or a Night Slash against whatever comes in. Okay. Is it 5? Interesting. I don't know if a Body Slam quite knocks us out yet, but it's going to be kind of close. And this Pokemon is a little bit scary. Alright, Body Slam might be enough here. If not, though, I get another attack off into this Pokemon, and that's good. It is enough. Okay. So he's at 2 right now. 3, 4, 5. So he's 1 away from the next Body Slam. This is not looking super ideal right now, but maybe there's some play. Alright. We call the play that he was going to try to go for a catch there. I don't know if Shadow Ball is something I can survive from this range, but if I could, I would be in a slightly more playable spot here. I cannot survive it. I have to Hurricane, and I have to hope that this knocks out the Licky Licky. Shadow Hurricane, though, it's not the strongest move in the game. 1 HP. Did he get DRE on my Incinerate? I think he did, right? I think he actually got DRE against us, which made it so I don't even see the third Pokemon. Man. Like, if there was a weakness to Shiftry in the backline, I could have had a chance there. We got our next game, and it's going to be a Venusaur into Licky Licky. Okay, honestly, maybe not terrible for Venusaur. It should be able to neutrally get to a lot of damage here with the Frenzy Plants, as well as, Sludge if I want to throw that instead. 5. The big question, though, is going to be, do they go for Shadow Balls here, or just straight Body Slam? That's a lot of damage, though. If they went for a Shadow Ball here, which I think there's a chance you go for Shadow Ball first, then I got a good catch. But if not, yeah, it's a fine catch still. They're at 3. Okay, we bait out a Dunsparce, so Battle of the Sparses here. This will be interesting, because I do survive a Charge Attack here, and the Dunsparce has a bit more fast move pressure with Dragon Tail, so maybe we're in a decent spot. And I should win CMP against this. We'll see. I don't think 2 Drill Runs knock them out, though, so that's not ideal. But as long as they can't roll out us down, that's all I need to see. Maybe I should have gone double Body Slam here, but I know Drill Run does do a little bit more raw damage, saying it's a very efficient move. They let that go. They have to throw energy here, it looks like. ABA normal's kind of crazy, though, by them. What do they do to an Annihilate lead? They gotta have, like, a Wigglytuff in the back line, and honestly, if that's the case, I feel like I might win this game. But it could be a Skeleturge, or it could be a Litleo here, which is also not ideal. Litleo in the back, okay. I should have seen that coming. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it was going to be a Litleo, right? I think we all saw that a mile away. Triple Weak to Annihilate is a choice by them, not gonna lie. Like, are they using a team built by their Twitch chat as well? I didn't realize other people were doing this challenge here today. I cannot believe it. But I should, in theory, only take 1 more Incinerate of damage, as long as a Payback plus the Sand Attack damage knocks them out. Which, honestly, I don't know if it will. It's gonna be kind of close. We'll see, though. If we can knock out this Litleo before another Incinerate registers, I'm in a good spot. Okay, they swap here. And Shadow Ball is gonna hurt, right? But I might even be able to boost now. A big Shadow Ball. Air Cutter hopefully knocks out and gets a boost to my attack stat. If so, maybe I can win this game. But there is still that Dunsparce in the backline too, which is kind of annoying. No boost. Payback, please be enough, please. I need this to be enough damage, and I need to be able to Sand Attack down that Dunsparce too. I don't know if we have enough here. We knock that out. Can we Sand Attack down, please? No! They survive the, 3 or 4 Sand Attacks, and they get the move off. No! This team makes no sense. 1 Annihilate destroys them. Ah, that's tragic, man. That's so sad. All right, next battle. Lapras into Shadow Victory Bell. Okay, well, if they're on Razor Leaf, I guess we probably have to swap out, but if they're on Acid, maybe not that bad for us. They swap. Okay, well, this isn't terrible for me so far. We double resist the Water Gun damage here. I'm assuming that means they are on Acid as a fast move. And I should be able here to survive a Thunderbolt and make this really uncomfortable for the Lantern. But I will have to debuff myself, unfortunately, with my Ludicolo. Alright, Leaf Storm will be able to get a knockout here. Even if they shield this, the next one still would get a knockout. And honestly, I'm fine if they shield. I'd be kind of surprised to see it, though. Oh, they do shield. Wow. Because the way I see it, first of all, I guess I get this next Leaf Storm off, but also, Water Gun Lantern's not a big threat. Or Lapras, either. Whoa, I just win Switch and Shield Advantage just like that? Okay, that's probably a win? I don't know. I'd be surprised if it was a loss at this point. Lickitung should be able to close this out. We did see Acids come through from that Victory Bell as well. Alright, and I mean, just getting the second move off before they throw a Discharge guarantees a knockout or a shield. And I think at this point, Lickitung actually is going to close out. Yeah, we get a shield there. 1 Discharge does not even knock out a Lapras at this point. That's what's the worst thing for our opponent right now. They're going to go for the Discharge. They're going to hope that they can Thundershock down after, but it's just not in the cards. And we can just outpace them, yeah. I think they had to hope that maybe they could try to catch a Sparkling Aria or something on that Victory Bell, and then maybe they'd have a chance, but no, they unfortunately did not have the best team comp here into our team. So we actually do win, somehow with a Lickitung, that is. I don't know, I didn't think I'd live to see the day. Next game. Meowscarada might be a cool core breaker. Ah! Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Not against this. We're in a lot of trouble now. But maybe Noctowl can swap in and start Nightshading. Alright. They're over farming here. Dude, I don't even know what to do this game aside from lose. They shield how BM. Okay, they throw an alignment there, I guess, just for fun. Torch Song's not gonna one-shot us, though. I mean, I have to shield this, right? There's really no choice. Alright, so I think that the way I have a chance to win this game is actually coming back in Meowscarada now. I'll take a lot of Incinerate damage. Like, I mean a lot. Like, see that damage? That is ridiculous here. But I should be able to survive another Incinerate if they stay in and get a Night Slash off, and maybe then Aegislash sweeps. No DRE for us, which is a little bit disappointing. If I would have got DRE there, there's a better chance that I can win this game just off of still having Meowscarada alive. But Skeleturge goes down, just to be met by another annoying Pokemon in the back. Ah, man. If I had enough Meowscarada left to, like, Night Slash this, there's a chance, depending on the third, that I could have won this game. I just don't think that Aegislash can come anywhere close to knocking out this Furret. We try to go for a catch, and they don't fall for it. This is not great. I'm not going to see the third Pokemon here, despite my best efforts. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another Pokemon in the back kind of weak to Charm, though. Like, it could be a... I don't know. It could be an Annihilate or something. That'd be a little bit soft, though, I guess, to a Sableye lead. The best thing about this is Gyro Ball is going to do about, like, 60% HP. Eventually, we'll see what happens here. Honestly, that's more damage than I thought it would do. If we didn't get knocked out, or if we didn't take the damage from that Incinerate on Meowscarada, we might have had a chance there. They Swift us, that's diabolical. We got a game? Maybe Triple Fire is the play. Well, they think Fire types are the play, so maybe I'm onto something. We could be overloading with Fire type damage right now. Maybe this is just what they did not want to see. Their Talonflame is their Fire type counter, right? We'll find out. I'm gonna go for the Torch Song here. Wow, I lose CMP. They must have an attack-weighted Talonflame. I'm gonna let this go, I guess, because I know I survive a fly. Maybe they think I actually went for the full-on Shadow Ball here. I think there's a good chance they shield this up, but maybe they let it go. Yeah, we do get a shield there. That's pretty good. And now I can come in Marowak and make it a little bit uncomfortable, where I can start building up a lot of energy on this Pokemon. And there's not a lot of Pokemon in this meta that truly shut this thing down. Like, a Furret wouldn't be ideal to see, obviously, but anything else would be very playable. Whoa. Wigglytuff is amazing to see, actually. I don't know why they brought this in, but I do love to see it. I don't think my next Bone Club knocks out here, so I'm just going to overfarm. Can't believe this is what they just brought into me. If I can here, I'm just going to swap into my Talonflame, I think. Save the energy, and get even more energy. They'll get a Swift, but at least not an Icy Wind, right? So that's going to help out a little bit here. And I am on Brave Bird on my Talonflame, so there's a chance, depending on the final Pokemon, that we can still have some play here. Okay. I have back-to-back attacks now with my Talonflame. I have back-to-back attacks as well with my Marowak. There's a lot of energy for them to try to take down right now. Go for the fly here. If they shield this, we have the next one ready to go. If they no shield, then I guess we'll see what comes in. They catch, okay. On a Cradilly. Nice, that's not bad to see. Now, I do think I'm just, like, 2 more Incinerators away from a fly, right? But I might as well Shadow Cradilly at that. That's insane. Yeah, but I can just get to back-to-back Shadow Bones. I guess Triple Fire is actually the play. What? Okay, next game. We got our Toadscruel into a Spiritomb. Okay. You know, this is kind of playable here. Toadscruel is going to force him to likely go for Shadow Balls against us, and I can outpace with Seed Bomb, so maybe this could be worse. But the big question is going to be, do they want to shield a Seed Bomb, or do they want to just let this move go and hope that their backline is a little bit better into us? Seed Bomb is going to land. Alright. They should be at 1 right now. They likely Shadow Ball here, but they could Rock Tomb. Okay, I should be able to Mud Slap down in 4. Okay. We see this thing come in. Not exactly my favorite Pokemon to face off against in the game, but it's very playable. I'm going to go for just a Wrap here, just so I can debuff their defense stat. And it can be a little bit awkward for them to take us out. I think they have to go for a Shadow Ball to KO us right now. So I'm going to let this go. They're at back-to-back Body Slam, so I guess they have to dump a ton of energy into us. That's not bad. Now I can bring in my Furret here. Likely farm down if they stay in. And if they don't stay in, maybe Altaria in the back line will have some play. Yeah, they're actually on a 2-cycle right now for their next Body Slam, which is a little bit annoying, but we'll see. It might be another normal type in the back. I could see that. Another normal type makes a lot of sense. Staying in, so I get a farm down, actually, but there's that 2-cycle coming in clutch for them. They get this move off, and it will chip down my Furret a little bit more than I'd like, but we still have a shield and a lot of energy here. Whoa. A Lit Leo? Is that, like, maybe the best thing Altaria could possibly see here? It could be, right? I guess I just swap. Go for Fast Move Pressure now? They have Flame Charge and Crunch, right? So I no-shield the first move. Just in case they do Flame Charge us here. They Crunch, which could debuff. I get the farm down just barely. Okay, I think we win this game, actually, with Fast Move Pressure. Because they're going to be... Yeah, they barely have a move now. But my Dragon Breaths are doing so much more damage than their Incinerates are. So we should get the farm down. And I guess somehow, Altaria Toadscruel Core might just be the play in this meta. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Man, there were a lot of fun battles today, but these teams made absolutely no sense. If you're trying to play along and use some of these teams, I would just suggest not using any of the teams you saw in today's video. I have a lot of better teams if you want to try them out in the Go Battle League than any of the ones you saw today. Although I guess, you know, if you get inspired to run any of these, let me know how it goes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.